Hello everybody, welcome back into the Golden Tee Lounge. Kevin Lindsay here, taking a look at Hollywood Hills, continuing our preview now with the back nine. New tees, new pins for Season 3 coming very soon. Hole 10, not a ton of difference here, but this hole slowly but surely inches closer to being drivable. Probably going to mess this up, but I'm going to try a big A1.5 here, see if we can get around this rock and get it up there. If anything, at worst, you're going to get closer to having a little chip up, but you still have sand in the way. So, let's see. I'm going to do the rare, just push forward for the little chip. Damn it. Release actually hurt me there. But if you watched my front nine preview, there's a couple of holes that really can change the game because they're not necessarily drivable. They're kind of fringe drivable and will depend on the tee and pin position setup. This is a perfect example of that. Hole 11, this par 5 is now a drivable par 4, but guess what? It is 390 yards, down 5, right 3. So this is going to require a high tee with a massive tee shot while also avoiding trees. You have a little bit of an elevation change, which is definitely going to help you get down farther to the green quicker. But this hole definitely becomes much easier when you can high tee a driver and have a nice 30-foot or less putt in for eagle. Get to hole 12. This is, again, a big change here. Sort of like talked about on hole 3 of Nihon. Sometimes that becomes a elevation change down to the green. This is now an elevation change up. Now, the Kevin Lindsay and me wants to hit this G-wedge really hard and hope for the best. But if my super spin kicks off the ground or off the green too much, pretty much going in the water. So I'm just going to hit that with a little bit of super spin bite. That way I'm securing a birdie putt for myself because, let's be honest, the likelihood of me calling out my shot and guaranteeing that I'm going to ace that hole, probably pretty low. So I'm happy to take that birdie and continue to move on. All right, now this one's another interesting one. This is a par 5 that becomes sort of drivable par 4. Not really, though. It's kind of tough. The likelihood of you hitting a high tee ball that's going to stick in the green is low, but guess what? It's a preview video, so we'll try it for you guys. Now, this is probably going to roll off. Well, maybe not. All right, look at that. So that is a major risk versus reward because I did not feel real comfortable hitting that. I was kind of concerned that it would have rolled too far, but hey, a lot of game-changing holes, I think, on Hollywood Hills. This may be one that sees the biggest difference with the Season 3 tees and pins. Now, this is going to go in the hole, just so you guys know. Oh, damn it, I put a bite on there. But this green now becomes down 7. So instead of having to deal with a left 7 and a downhill green slope, strictly down from that tee box. Could be better, could be worse, I'm not sure. Probably want backspin instead of bite there. I was feeling a little froggy, but that's... all right, it's a preview. I can afford to make those mistakes for you guys to either help you or warn you. Hole 15, this one gets a little bit easier, but also gets a little bit tougher. That pin is now tucked in the back left position of the green. You are now right up front by the trees, so you don't have to worry about them as much if you go around. But I'm going to just do this for you guys. You should be able to hit a high T5 wood and still get through those trees. Not going to be the case every time, so be sure to triple check, before you hit a shot like that. Oh, come on. That's terrible. If I could have a mulligan, I would have done it and then use the power of video editing to replace that, but that's all right. This one is another interesting one. Hole 16, this par 5 now gets longer with this tee box. So I know a lot of people will be putting bite on the shot instead of roll to slow it down. I feel like you don't have much of a choice but to use anything but roll to try to get as far as possible. Really tough shot there because now I'm hitting a soft 3 wood, hoping that this ball with rough hits the green and stops, and it's going to probably go in the water. Okay, so it did stop. Frankly, feel like water may have been the safer shot there. Oh, look at that. Somehow almost made that chip. I'll take the birdie. That's a hole that was happy to have birdie on before. Hell, even par sometimes was great, but in that instance, I will take the birdie. You could probably do a big C3 there, but again, you're running the risk with the sand and the rough. And then hole 17, a hole that Jim Z probably has had more swear words associated with his name before on Golden Tee than ever before. And rightfully so in the best way possible, because this is a tough damn hole. Now, it goes 93, less of an elevation change. Guarantee you there's still going to probably be pins that are on the front edge of this green. But at least for this setup here, can't really argue about it too much. Well, at least until I screw it up. Maybe we get a nice bounce here. Look at that. Nice bounce. There's definitely going to be more Hollywood 17 shot of the week submissions for sure. After playing one time on this, and because I've never seen these new tees before until now, because I want you guys to see them the same time I am, it's a much easier hole, but I can see how that hole can be just as dastardly as it was previously. All right, hole 18. I've got a 16-mile-an-hour wind blowing to the right, so that somewhat makes it a little bit easier in my opinion, but now I get to choose between hitting a high 3-wood and hoping that the wind doesn't swallow it up, or hitting a high 10.5-degree driver hoping I don't hit it too hard. So don't have a good solution here. I'm going to go ahead and just high tee this. We're hitting a naked 3-wood. Actually ended up okay. So just because it's a preview, we're going to just go ahead and chip this for the eagle. There we go. Not the best score, but there you have it, the back 9 preview. Season 3 pins and tees of Hollywood Hills, coming very soon to a Golden Tee PGA Tour or live game that is 2022 near you. GoldenTee.com/locations. Stay tuned for more Golden Tee all week long.